So what does time have to do with your photography fees? It's not what you think. Welcome to the Photography Pricing Channel. This is where you come for information to help make your business more profitable. And today we're talking about time. Before we get into the topic of time, I want to remind you that I upload new videos every single week. And I don't want you to miss a future upload, so make sure you subscribe and of course hit that bell icon so you're notified when I go live. I know you're thinking, oh, he's gonna talk about hourly rates and time and how you charge for your time. And no, that is maybe part of the conversation, but I'm really talking about time as it relates to your clients. Let's say you have a session and you have a great session and the question is, now what? The clock is now ticking. And the fact is, the more you can get people to buy earlier, the better off you're going to be. So your best bet when it comes to time is to get people to purchase immediately. Make some sort of a commitment for at least a specific number of photos, at least be able to show them some images. Now, not everybody can do that. It depends on the type of photography that you are dealing with and that you are creating. So you need to consider how fast you can get those original proofs to people, because over time, it fades. The need, the want, the desire, the immediate gratification, it all fades over time. So the sooner you can get people excited about the images you created and actually make a commitment to purchase or to immediately purchase images, the better off you are. So if you can do it on site, that is your best bet. However you do it, think about ways you can get those images to people earlier. So if your average turnaround time is 2 weeks, how can you make it a week? If it's a week, how can you make it 3 days? Think about how you can become more efficient without, of course, losing quality. There are a number of ways to look at time. What about those people who call on the last minute and they need you tomorrow? Or those folks who need a quick turnaround on their images? Do you charge a premium? If someone says, hey, I need you tomorrow at this location, are you charging a premium? The best way to go about that is add a percentage, 10, 20, 30%. So say you generally book your assignments or your sittings a week in advance, but someone needs something in 3 days, so you add maybe 10%, maybe 2 days from now, that's 20%. Maybe it's tomorrow, it's 50 or 100%. You need to think about time. So if people are asking you to increase your turnaround time, consider adding a percentage. Don't offer them the same rate. There is value, and that's what we're charging for. The value of you keeping up with their deadline. Other things to think about are travel time. Are you incorporating your travel time in your fees? In other words, are you putting that in your per image price or your package price or your project price to make sure your time for travel is covered? Your post-processing, your pre-production, all that stuff should be covered because that time is valuable to create the images your client is looking for. What about if somebody needs something after a year? You've archived all of your images. Now it takes time to get those images out of archive. You should probably charge a fee to do that. It all depends. Maybe if it's a really large order, it's a small fee. Maybe it's a really large order, so you waive the fee, but what if it's a small order? Someone needs an 8x10 or just a file, a small file for an email. Who knows? It's a small job. You're not going to be charging very much. However, the time that it takes to actually answer the phone, look for that image in your archive, and actually invoice and collect the money takes time. So you might want to have a fee to go into the archive to retrieve photographs at a certain level, maybe anything under $50. Set your boundaries ahead of time for all of your activities. The fact is, it's important to go through the process of understanding, truly understanding the value of your time and that everything you do has value for that customer. So place a value on your hourly time. Place a value per minute or per day. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you understand what that number is so you can properly price internally. Hourly rates are internal numbers. That's the best way to go about it, but it helps you figure out how much you should charge to make sure that your photography business is profitable. So how do you approach time? I look forward to reading your answers in the comments below. And of course, if you found this video valuable, make sure you like it and share it with your friends. And if you don't want to miss a future upload, be sure to subscribe.